Jesus once told his disciples a story to help them understand what responsibility really means. This verse is the conclusion of that story, and honestly, it hits the nail on the head. There's a man who's in charge of a wealthy person's household. Imagine this. The boss goes on a trip and leaves this manager in charge, with the task of taking care of everything and looking after the other people in the house. If the manager stays focused, does his job, and treats the others well, then everything is great. The boss will be happy when he comes back and will probably trust him with even more responsibility because he showed he can handle it. But if the manager thinks the boss is away, I don't care, and starts acting arrogant, treating others badly, and slacking off, well, there's going to be trouble when the boss returns. Jesus explains to his disciples he is not just talking about a house manager, he's talking about us. The message is if something has been entrusted to you, whether it's money, knowledge, faith, skills, or just a good life, then take responsibility for it. Because God has entrusted you with a lot. And that means He believes in you. But He also takes you seriously. Many of us have truly received a lot in life. Even if it doesn't always feel that way, we have access to education, safety, resources. We often know what would be right, and still we don't always do what we could. So, Jesus is saying, if you've been given much, then use it for something good. That means, for example, don't look away when someone needs help. Use your gifts not just for yourself. Live your faith, not just privately, but in a way that makes a difference. As this week's impulse says, from everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. And from the one who has been entrusted with much, even more will be asked. It's not about being perfect or constantly performing. It's about not wasting what you've been given. You have influence, then use it. You have a voice, then speak it. You have opportunities, then make something of them for yourself and for others. In the end, Jesus simply says, if much has been entrusted to you, then make something of it. Not out of fear, but because it matters. Because you can make a difference. Good and generous God, you've given me so much, and my whole life is filled with your kindness. I ask you, let me use what you've entrusted to me, for my own good and for the good of others, so that I honor you, and you can rejoice when you see what I've done with what you gave me. Amen.